Hello, welcome to Oxford Heirlooms. Today I'm working on the body of my heirloom bubbles. If you'll notice in my last video, video number 8, I finished my 2 fancy bodices and now I'm ready to start working on the body of the garment, and I will attach it to the bodice later on. Now I've done some prep work on this body piece. I have pinned the side seams. What I've also done is in the center of the front center of the bodice, I've used a blue water-soluble marking pen. This one right here, which is available at big box stores and specialty stores. And I've marked the center front so that once I gather this body piece up, I can attach it to the bodice later on. And on the back, I've made 2 marks. I've made a mark at the center front or the center back, and I've also made another mark, which will be the bottom of my placket. Now, I've already sewn one side with a 1/8 of an inch seam allowance. So I've got my pink thread in my machine. I have to be careful because I'm alternating between white, pink, and blue thread, and I don't want to take off sewing with the wrong color thread. So I'm going to sew another 1/8 of an inch seam along the side of the body of this bubble. Let me take my pin out because I don't like to sew over pins. Now I can sew a little faster when I'm just doing a straight seam, much faster than I do when I'm sewing laces and entredos, when I have to have so much control over what I'm doing. But once again, I mean, unless something really strange happens, I never sew over one of my silk pins. Okay, now I have sewn both of these 1/8 inch seams on both sides of the body. Now what I need to do next is I need to press this to one side so that I can turn it over and do the rest of the French seam on the inside of the garment. But I've already finished my blue one, okay? The seams look real nice, and what I do is I press my French seam toward the back of the garment, because that's just sort of a standard in sewing, that when you press seams, you press them to the back of the garment. But, you know, I'm working on the bodies today. In a little bit, I'll start to work on what will be the crotch of the garment, but I need to finish these sides first. But that's what I'm doing today. Thank you.